Hi, Bill. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you, Bonnie. Good morning.
Listen, what a pleasure! What a pleasure for me to be able to talk to you today about this wonderful film. I have to tell you, you really do fit period pieces. Is this going to be a new trend for you?
Well, I hope so. Yeah, this could be a whole new direction. I have avoided them in the past, largely because of the archaic language, which frightens me, and also because of the trousers, obviously, which only occasionally reach your ankles, which is uneasy in
never,
itself.
never mind the trousers. What about that high neck scarf and the collar that you have to wear? That seems a little bit constricting as well.
I know that's what he wears to relax around the house. I mean, imagine. How can you relax
Seriously.
with a Napoleonic collar? But it takes some wearing that thing. It was all right if you're sitting down. It weighs a ton.
I can imagine. I mean, really, why didn't they have sweatpants back in the day, honestly?
Well, quite. You needed staff just to get dressed.
It's crazy, crazy. Listen, you are like I say, you are just make such a wonderful Mr. Woodhouse, and Jane Austen classic. It's a wonderful film. What was it about this telling, Bill, that you decided, I am going to come on board and play this magnificent character?
Autumn de Wilde, the director, who has never directed a film before, but boy, was she prepared to direct this one. And she's a very experienced photographer, music video director. She's done videos with Florence and the Machine, Beck, Ryan Adams, all kinds of people. She's made Prada commercials, everything except make a feature. And now she's made a feature. I met her, and she was just different and very, very smart, very funny, and she had an idea about the movie, very strong ideas about how it could be presented, and I just felt like I was in good company.
Yeah, she did do a magnificent telling of this story, and I understand that you were her very first choice. That's a bit flattering.
Well, that's what she told me. No, I believe her actually. I do believe her. She gave me the same pitch that she gave everybody else to get the job. And one of the images, because you have lots of images in a pitch, one of them was of me. So I presume that that's for real. And I was obviously, I was encouraged by that.
Yeah. How, did this role scare you a little bit? Like you said earlier, it is very different from what we've seen you do.
Yes, I was uneasy about it, and I've always been a bit uneasy. It's why people used to say, why is there a significant absence of classical work on your CV? And I used to make up all kinds of things like I can't operate in those kind of trousers and kind of quips for PR purposes. But actually, it's not untrue. But also, it's the language. It's mostly the language because I think it's a whole other skill that you have to learn to try and make that, like with Shakespeare or with any archaic language, you have to try and make it sound for real. And it's not really my area of expertise, or at least it's not my experience. My experience is in contemporary idioms, trying to make it sound like you've never said it before, which is doubly difficult if you're speaking in 1815 English.
Yeah.
But I think
What
we
I
did
loved
okay.
about Oh, I think you did a fabulous job. I loved it, and what I loved a lot about this is that there's so much humor. There's in it, and I want to ask you, what is the secret to keeping a straight face? Because there are some pretty funny scenes in here.
Yeah, that's quite tricky, particularly if you were working with Oliver Chris, who plays John Knightley, the brother of Johnny Flynn's brother, as it were. He's one of those people who's got a terrible deadpan, like Judy Dench. Judy Dench won't get arrested for laughing. You will, because she's got a deadpan. She just looks at you, and it's lethal. It's very tricky, and there will. I mean, you will. I think there is a, what do they call it? A blooper. I think there's a blooper, reel that's going on the DVD. So you'll see lots of people falling apart. I mean, Jane Austen. Yeah, it's rich pickings for falling apart.
Yeah, that is for sure. Bill, I just want to personally thank you for all the roles that you've given us over the years. So many fantastic films and things that you've been in. I wanted to know, though, initially, when you look back at the beginning of your career, what was it that made you decide, I am going to be an actor?
Well, I think one of the things was that I didn't want to know where I was going to be. I didn't want to go to the same place every day. I didn't want to know what I was going to make in 25 years' time. And then I met a girl, and she was going to drama college, and she said, "You could be an actor." She was the first girl who paid any attention to me. She could have said astronaut, and I would have probably given it a shot. And then one thing led to another. I didn't really have a plan B. I flunked school. That's always very good preparation for being an actor.
Yeah. Well, we're so glad that you're doing what you're doing because you are magnificent, and congratulations on this role. You're so great in it, and always a pleasure to have the opportunity to talk to you, Bill. Have a wonderful day today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.